Hello guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. And today we're here with Crusher, who is the #1 global Showdown player. As you saw, he had 17,000 Showdown, which is just insane. And he has a lot of rank 30s, rank 35s. And we're going to be hopping into some duo Showdown gameplay and learn about some of his tips and tricks. So hopping right into the first game, he's going to be playing Nani and I'm going to be playing Pam. Both of which are really good on this map because they're angry robos, and Nani and Pam do a lot of DPS, so it's a really good comp if you guys were wondering. There's immediately a Carl and Crow team trying to win lane, but I mean, in this Crow, I just managed to survive the Carl. And as you can see, we're off to a good start with 4 power cubes. And there's a Poco rushing mid, which is very interesting, and looks like he's going to go down here. Yeah, and just the DPS from Nani is just insane. Like, you can just, like, bush camp and tanks, like, she can absolutely melt tanks, which is absolutely insane. And we're going to be pinching this Nani 8-bit team right here. Looking like the Nani might go down. No, never mind. Looks like the Poco is back, and it seems like his teammate is a Mortis. Not sure how many power cubes he has, but just to make sure, we're gonna just pinch here and there. And it looks like this team is going down. I should have helped Crusher earlier. But yeah, we do manage to clean up that team, and we're off to an incredible start with 12 power cubes. And now it's Showdown, and we're back to facing off against that Poco Mortis team. Seems like the Mortis has 11 power cubes, but right now he's not in a good spot. And it's looking like we're going to take the win here. Unless he does some magic or something. But his teammate does spawn back in. There's nothing much they can do, especially with Nani super. And, yeah, it looked like they just gave up. So that's a nice win for us right there. GG's. And now hopping into our second game here, we're going to be rocking the same comp, which is absolutely OP here. And we're in the top right, I would say, of the map, and we already have a box ready to go. Oh, looks like a Crow is going to be taken out by a Spike. Leon, there's a lot of boxes in mid, and the Angry Robo spawn, so we're off to a really good start here, because if we can get the rest of the power cubes, it's gonna be 6 power cubes. But there is a BB, so we have to watch out. And Crusher does go on, so go out. So I need to just be careful and pinch instead of going to aggro. The bee does nearly get me there, but I just managed to escape. And luckily, the Angry Robo spawns next to us, so that's a free 3 power cubes right there for us if it goes well. And yeah, so we should be off to a good start right now, looking like it. There's the same bee from earlier with 3 power cubes. Looks like Crusher can maybe take her down soon. Okay, looks like she's gonna go down here. The Daryl might. Okay, the Angry Robo's back at us, and we should be able to take it down alone with no problem, especially with their turret. But this Piper is doing some work right here, so I need to just get the cubes, even though Crusher will respawn, because the BB does have 13 power cubes. It would have been difficult. And Angry Robo does come at us again, but I'm so beefy, so like we're gonna be able to melt it really fast. And off to a solid middle of the match. And looking like we're gonna get pinched automatically. The Piper is just absolutely popping off with her ambush star power, but it looks like she is gonna go down right now. And we should be able to take down this BB right here. And she does go into aggro, and Nani should be able to clean up. That's very nicely played by us, and that's it. Okay guys, and for the last part of the video, we are going to be going over some tips that Crusher shared with me. And I asked him if he doesn't mind sharing a few tips of how he's so good at Showdown. And I asked him what's his play style. And he said there are different strategies for each trophy range. I didn't really want to know about the lower trophy ranges because that's not important to us. Perhaps the mid, meaning 650 to 800 trophy range. And he said there's 3 main rules you want to follow. And he noted that something very important is to clear your surrounding. And he goes on to give an example. If you're primo, let's say you're a primo in solo showdown, and you're unluckily spawned right between 2 Shellys. He says there's 2 options you have. He said is to 1, run away and leave boxes that they're going to get, that they're aiming to get. And the next option, he tells me, is to bush camp besides the boxes and wait for the best time so you can attack Shelly. He tells me that that our goal is not to kill the Shelly. Ultimately, if you can, then go ahead. But ultimately, the goal is to charge your super. And then later on, I went to ask him about competitive teaming, because teaming is an important aspect of high level Showdown. I don't really play Showdown much, but I wanted to know some tips about competitive Showdown. He goes on to tell me that if there's more than 4 number of the same brawlers, like he goes on to give an example of how, if let's say I was playing Primo and there were 4 Shellys, he tells me that you would have to team with them, and in the same time as teaming, you have to charge your super. And he tells me to wait for the end game. So basically, you want to play really passively and smartly. You want to charge your super off of the 4 Shellys in this example, and just don't make any sign that you are going to betray them. And he tells me you're guaranteed to get top 3 if you use this strategy. And yeah, so those are some tips that he shared with me. But lastly, I did ask him what are the top 5 brawlers in this current meta, in his opinion, for solo showdown. He made a very interesting composition of number 1, Max. Max, I completely agree. Max is very good. He goes on to say number 2 is Coral. Coral is also agreeable, but number 3, he said it was Crow, which is fairly surprising because Crow is not in the meta at all, especially because Surge is still a viable solo showdown brawler even after his nerf, so I was really surprised about that. But then number 4 and 5, he goes on to say is Spike and Tara, both of which have gotten buffed, and I completely agree with that. So if you're wondering about the top 5 Showdown brawlers from the number 1 global player, those are his top 5. Number 1, Max. 2 is Carl. 3 is Crow. 4 is Spike, and 5 is Tara. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and that's gonna be it for this video. Bye.